We have a theme going on here, obviously, not only hybrid picking wise, but melodically, we're kind of in the Dorian feel. It's pretty common in a lot of genres of music. I know in the whole jam band scene, the Allman Brothers, Santana kind of thing. Again, the whole minor 1, major 4 kind of thing. And if we're in the key of E, that's what you have. You have E minor, A major, okay? And that constitutes a Dorian mode. So you've got your regular minor scale, E, F sharp, G, A, B, but instead of playing your C, you're playing a C sharp, which is your major 6. It's taken from a major scale. Then you got your flat 7, D, and your root, E. And from here, that's 2 octaves of. And that note B, the note on the B string, you can always substitute here on the G string, depending upon what approach you're taking. If you're doing like a sequence of 4s thing where you're going, I always like to grab that same note B on the G string because I'm not going to double that thing going on. Okay, so just to remember that you have kind of a symmetrical pattern going on here. You've got this, doubling up that note. So back to what we were doing before, where we're doing the. If you take those notes, it's a very like geometric pattern. You've got this whole block thing going on, and you approach it in the way that I was doing before, where you've got. Okay. Great thing about this is you're taking that silly, the geometric pattern thing, but you've got something melodic going on that's mixed up differently. It's pretty simple. I'm picking with my middle finger and hammering on. The thing that gets this sounding good is the combination of hybrid picking and hammering on. If you were to just go like, yeah, that sounds cool and all, but that whole phrasing, I can't help but think of like, For Whom the Bell Tolls. If you were to hybrid pick that, you got it moving. But anyway. So we're taking these notes. And we're doing a little exercise where we're going. And the thing to give it more definition, obviously a little more clarity, is to keep that palm mute going because you don't have the strings ringing as much. And then do the same thing on the next string. The same thing on the next string, but you remember that you got the G note here. Once you have those ideas down, you can move them together or just grab them in little pieces. And then take that idea, same notes, different position, and now look, you have to use different fingers. So it's another thing I like to do a lot of times. I'll take a lick I know, and I'll move it to different parts of the fretboard to see if I can actually do it, number one. And then also it makes me think differently about how am I going to approach this. Well, in this position, I'm going to do it this way. And here I've got, it's a little easier because I'm across 4 frets as opposed to 5. And then back to. Okay, so many times I'm asked, how do you have that like rolling sound? So I'm not quite sure, but Dave Clayton from GutarBreakdown.com explained it to me. Basically, we'll go back into the E, pentatonic E, Dorian feel thing. Okay, and it's a matter of you're going to pick a note. let's say for instance B, and hammer onto the D, and then hit the E, okay? But the E's hit with your middle finger. So a simple little lick. Most of the time you'll hear people go, okay? But if you use that finger, listen to the difference in sound. For me, I can get a quicker speed going on because that finger's just rebounding. So the left hand's going like this, and this hand's going. So it's great practice to just take your E apart and again, one of the most crucial things about doing this whole exercise, this whole technique, is that the right hand palm mute, because without it, it's going to get a little sharp sounding. But you can palm mute it. Okay, so once you've got that down, time to throw in some other notes out of the scale. Okay. What I'm doing here is I'm just taking a simple E pentatonic, and I'm bending the finger over to catch that G. So I'm alternating between the E and the G. And then do the same thing across here. So you can do it either with your middle finger and third, or third and pinky, whatever works best for you. Okay, it's the same concept of bending over with your finger. That sounded pretty funny, didn't it? Okay. And if you're in open position, there's that real rapid sound going on there, where you've got the basically, while I was doing the licks up here, one of my good friends, Dave Clayton from GutarBreakdown.com, said, I think it would sound better if you went down here and played it in open position. So we took a break for a couple days, and I learned it in open position now. So this is how it goes. You basically are doing the same thing note-wise, going from B to D to E. Okay, but I'm playing open B, D on the 3rd fret, and open E. Again, you're not picking everything. You're not going. Okay, you're using your left hand to do that. And in order to get it sounding halfway decent, you really got to keep that mute going. I can't help but going. Okay, so, and if you want to play around with it, you can just bend that finger over and grab the G note, because that's in the scale too. Mix it up whatever way you want. And I'm throwing in that little flat 5. And again, if you look down here at this middle finger, the middle finger and the pick work in conjunction like a seesaw almost, just back and forth. Like another good exercise you might want to try is just take 2 strings and go with the mute, and your finger actually muting here, and go, and then go to the next 2 strings, next 2, and that way you'll get that rhythm going. You know, and you make nice robot sounds too. guys, thank you so much for checking out my hybrid picking lesson. Here at GutarBreakdown.com, we're working on a package that will involve chicken picking, banjo licks, all kinds of great hybrid picking stuff. So my name is Mike Lawlor. I play in the New York City area. Come check me out sometime. And keep looking at GutarBreakdown.com for some upcoming lessons.